Hi everyone, how are you? I'm Carmel-Anne, your host of Soulfully Guided. Nice to see you back again. Please excuse me, I am feeling okay, but also feeling sick. So excuse my voice. And if I break out in cough, I hope not. Um, so I didn't realize I'm a bit flustered as well. I didn't realize, despite all the warnings from the network, from our wonderful producer and executive producer, and our network at A1R Psychic Radio and Moonstruck TV, I was unaware that there was a time zone change. So here I am, unprepared, unready, and but really excited to be here. So I've had we're not going to go into a caller today, but if you'd like to hang around to watch the show over the next couple of weeks, we've got some really big announcements. Um, and as I'm unprepared, what I want to say today, I guess I want to share a little bit about Soulfully Guided, because we were going into a gifted children series, but there's been a very welcome but unexpected growth with Soulfully Guided. So if you don't know much about us, head over to our website. Our website is soulfullyguided.com.au, and our socials are Soulfully Guided Carmel-Anne. That's at Soulfully Guided Carmel-Anne. And you can find out about us. And really amazingly, we're going through this wonderful growth spurt, and there's some incredible opportunities that have come up for us, or for Soulfully Guided and I, over the last few months, and also over the next 4 months. So I've forgotten to put my phone on silent. So um, and you know, it's been incredible. It's also been hard to keep up. So we're hugely booked out, and I'm, you know, on this journey of Soulfully Guided, we offer people guidance, and we've really learned to dissect questions and provide a scientific perspective on tarot readings that we call card analysis. And, we do these wonderful cross analyses and compare and contrast in your questions to look at options. And it's really I really appreciate, and every reader is unique in their own right, and gifted, in a wonderful way that's authentic to them. And I'm really happy, I guess, with where I am as a person, and also where Soulfully Guided is headed. And we're slowly, progressively getting busier and busier. And the more that the business develops, I guess the more that I am developing as a person too. And I'm realizing some stuff. And you'll notice on our business and the readings we give that this is an era and stage of my healing where I am proudly and triumphantly removing, I guess, the intense people pleasing, and not having to feel like I have to be everyone to everything, but first being everything to me, then my children, and then also how I deliver messages. So as you see a change in me that deviates from people pleasing, you'll also notice, and I feel that I'm on the cusp of, transitioning to even deeper readings, because my own ability and what I've learned, I'll be able to apply in the readings. And I feel like, you know, we are all ourselves, and I don't feel like we're wearing masks, but we're often guarded, and which is quite different to wearing a mask. And I feel like by being my authentic self and not feeling like I need to please everyone, whether that's part of my upbringing or my trauma and the things I've experienced, and actually being true to me and what I believe in and what I want to offer to myself, and then through my services, it's a really amazing place to be. And I feel that because of that growth, Soulfully Guided is also growing. So head over to our website and our socials. We'd love to see you follow us and follow our journey and this new deep, intense healing that I'll be going through, so I can become an even happier happy version of myself that I currently am. And um, it's, you know, I never imagined 10 years ago, for anyone that's feeling a loss of hope or loss of sense of self, I never imagined that I would be here 10 years ago, and some small, simple, but huge life choices and changes completely shifted my entire life. And I didn't start to see the results until many years later. And now, again, I'm starting to see results, but also being tested again from those decisions I made and going in deeper and healing deeper. So, I'm really glad to be able to present that through services and readings, and even how I present through, being on A1R Psychic Radio and finally coming to a show and having no idea what I'm going to say. And, you know, not feeling that everything has to be so structured and, prepared and planned, but free and real and raw and vulnerable where it's safe to be vulnerable. You'll also notice that a part of our readings, I'm very hesitant to focus on future readings, and I will not do readings that are solely based on the future. For me personally, we really like to dissect, which I said earlier, but we like to explore and unpack what's going on today, and which is what I'm applying to my own life. Because if we can't strive for what you want today, what's the with all due respect and kindness, if we're not achieving what we want today, and whether or not our past is affecting us from achieving that, but if we can't do what we're wanting and dreaming of today and taking steps to get to that point, I would be failing you by simply looking at the future and giving you, you know, an okay version of just how things would pan out if you leave them as they are. So it's focusing on what's going on today and creating, small, not huge, impossible expectations and, task and mindset. It's about creating small ripple effects and working on today so that you can make that future, more bearable, more enjoyable, more you, more fun, and more what you want. And if we can't focus on the present and get that right to a degree now and you know, in the next 6 to 12 months, I feel like I would fail you by just looking at your future if we're not yet focusing on our present. And that could be the difference between an incredible shift and an incredible journey ahead of you, and also not removing responsibility for the great changes you can make in your life. So that's a little bit about us and where we're at the moment. So, and everything I said here is also what I'm doing myself. So thank you for tuning in. Um, Tune in next week, and we'll see where that takes us. I'll be here at the right time and hopefully a bit more prepared. So thank you, everyone. Thank you to our wonderful network, and we look forward to seeing you again next week.